We were sure that was the end for us, weren't we?
Tatsu breathed sigh of relief. Thanks to Kitty Cat friends.
You said it, pal.
The Manons sound like they're talking
If you
through
hadn't turned
two
up when
red
you
solo
did,
cups connected
we'd
by
be
a piece of
pushing up
string
daisies
now.
by now.
Like it's muffled.
Thanks. We all inhabit this world together. The feeling is mutual.
We got shot up, and we didn't even get the thing we needed.
Relax, alright? We'll find it at the next location. Third time's the charm, no?
Yeah, well, starting to doubt that.
Just stay positive, okay?
A moment ago, you were on the brink of death. Yours is a mercurial people.
We survived, so it's all good, yes? On to the next one!
Jeez.
Thank you once again. We owe you for saving their lives.
My prince has ordered us to aid humans, and so we have.
Prince, my deepest thanks for rescuing our friends. We're in your debt.
No need. We are allies. But still, Void's appearance here fills me with unease.
You know something about Void?
The Vita, it serves to sustain Void as his material vessel. Consider the battle for Earth. There, from his Vita, did he command the Ganglion.
However, in the chaos after Earth's destruction, his consciousness departed the machine, leaving it a shell, to be pulled in by Mira and crash to her surface, as did you.
Al, what you said earlier.
Yeah. As I suspected, he'd only linked his mind to the Vita, while his body stayed in the rift. Seems to track.
Mission accomplished. Come on, let's get back to NLA.
All these races working together? Mira really is a welcoming kind of place. Just like Lao said.
Lao said that?
Al, what? When did you see Lao? How?
It was when I was drifting inside the rift.
But that's...
You ever heard of Nirvana? Some religions have the concept, and that space might just be it. As I was floating along, guided by the Ares, while I was looking for a way into this universe, I made a little layover in an eerie kind of place. Fancy seeing you here.
Well?
How long has it been? I don't think we ever spoke after I left Team Princess.
I thought you died defending the White Whale back before it grounded on Mira.
Well, you know, if this is the afterlife, maybe I did. So, how about yourself? Are you dead?
Yeah.
Figured.
I betrayed our friends. I sold intel to the enemy to get back at those who got my family killed. Well, really, I'd just given up. It wasn't about grief or retribution. Plain despair tipped me over the edge. It wasn't the right thing to do. And I knew it. I knew. And I did it anyway.
Now you're just sulking, pal. A guy as good as you?
Just don't. What Lynn said. She said, it's what makes us human. Corrupt and disgusting. That's what humans are. She's a good kid. Always trying to put herself in my shoes. I could never atone enough for making a child like her wade into that muck. My hopelessness, it wound up infecting her as well.
And that's why you accepted death? Decided to just give up and wait for it?
Yeah, soon. I'll see Charmaine and Chenchi.
I get this might be what you want, but not me. So what if this place is the afterlife? I'm itching for more living. People still need me. Humanity still needs me. I've got unfinished business, and until I finish it, I can't rest.
That's right. That's you to a T. Not me, though. Scram now. You know the way, right?
Yep. I've got the best guide around.
The world I came from. It's a welcoming kind of place. Everyone's ready for your big return.
I sure hope so.
If you make it, pass a message to Lynn. Humans are disgusting. And stubborn, and treat others cruelly. But if she realized this, that means she's anything but. Tell her to live.
Lau. I'm not what you think I am.
No more fighting, Lau.
No, Elma, not like this!
Step aside, Lynn.
We're all on the same side here! Even then, when I stood up for you, honestly, it was just so I wouldn't have to be sad again. I never could figure him out. It was all so childish. I was acting so immature about everything. But back then, you stood up to defend Lau, just the same way that I did. If you hadn't done that, maybe I wouldn't have stuck it out and run away instead. I would have stayed a child to the very end.
Yes. And if you hadn't stood in my line of fire that day, we would have all been as disgusting as he thought. Your actions are what saved us from that hollow despair.
You don't need pretty excuses here. It's all part of life. You gotta take the good with the bad. Anyway, he told you to live. End of message.
Yeah.
Colonel Elma! Requesting a beat!
What was that? What's going on over there?
Elma, wasn't that?
Yes. The leader of the escort from before.
Didn't they say they were going to Lakeview Stronghold in Noctilum?
Then we go too.
Yeah. Hope we're not too late.
Pretty sure we're going the wrong way if we want to go to Noctilum. If we're running this way, Noctilum is that way, as the map is kind of showing here. But okay, that was definitely a heavy scene there, and we now do have confirmation that Al is the Black Knight. A character whose identity I've been wondering about for the past decade here, so I am definitely glad to have answers on that front. Oh, who the heck that was, but I guess Lao is not coming back then. It's a good thing I got all his heart-to-hearts before that point and all his stuff I needed to get with him. Thank goodness for that. I guess he'd rather just stay in the supposed afterlife between dimensions. Where the heck? Over here is where the heck. Zoom out the camera a little bit more, I think. Isn't this scale so cool? Let's not do basic mission stuff right now. Let's just do this stuff for now. How about? So, oh, that's awkward, isn't it? That's a little awkward. Hi, Vita.
The whole team's dead. And look!
Piece of...
Why? What are you doing this for? You want to leave this world too, right? There's no need to be doing any of this!
I wish to know death.
Huh?
Death, is it?
The fear of death is a powerful motivation in creatures like you. Yea, stronger even than your lust for life. I wish to understand this.
And that's why the slaughter?
You think by killing them yourself, you'll get what it's like to fear death?
What was it you called our fight against you? A contest for survival? That's a contest to defy death. You started a war without knowing that?
The best it will simply cease to be. That is not death. Self-evidently, as I have no conception of it. Ceasing to be is simple non-existence. But death, when you speak of it, is wrapped up in many a complex emotion. That I wish to know.
And then? After that?
I have not considered it. You will find my desires not rooted in emotion. Actions are all. They occur automatically, driven by inevitability.
But that's... it's nonsense. How is that a reason to kill? Why do this?
Enough. Don't try to understand it, Lynn. He can string all the reasoning he likes. But when you get down to it, this guy is pure evil. Our enemy, nothing less.
But...
Yeah, don't let it get to you.
Exactly. If we want to argue with them, it'll be with guns.
Right. Lynn, we're here to make sure we don't lose anyone else today. That's our mission.
Understood.
So, is the Vita part of this battle? No, it just kind of watches. And it seems like it's the same music as before. So I can feel free to... Do I have TP? Oh my god, it's so laggy. I do have TP. Hell yeah. Whoops, I am bad at quick time events, apparently. That's fine. I guess I'm not canceling that one early there. Give me TP back. This is one target, I think. This one is multiple targets, so if I just big spins, it is so laggy. This guy's gonna super die. Yep, here for safety's sake. May as well do that. For the sake of TP, do that. For the sake of AoE, never mind. You, come on, darn you. Why are you so far from me? Pew. God dang it. Huh. They're activating overdrive and skells, it sounds like. Can I hardcore parkour up here? Oh. Mind if I join you, Vita? Great One, Void, whatever the heck you prefer to go by? I would finish you off with Blossom Dance, but you're almost down, so I may as well save TP for next time. Oh, there's another guy. Cool. See ya. Hope you didn't mind me just, like, joining you up here and we can watch together. Alright, well. Fun times.
You're up next. Scum!
Enough. There is no more to be gained. Your stubborn fixation on living is inordinate. You are unlikely to teach me what I wish to know.
Shut up!
In any case, you will come to my abode. It is, after all, inevitable. The contest continues. As this world's time draws ever closer.
What a train wreck. That creep really gets me seeing red. Makes me gag.
Let's do a quick head count.
Roger that.
So his abode is that big thingamabob in the sky. Is there anything stopping me from going there like right now? Is it actually in the sky? Presently? Seem to see it from Oblivia.
What's this?
Looks like the part they were after. They found it.
Looks like it, yeah.
Then we need to get this back to NLA. We can't let their sacrifice be in vain.
Yeah.
So, I mean, out of curiosity here, let's say I went up into the air here. Can I see a big thing in the sky from here? There's the subspace emissary orbs. I can see a big thing in the sky. Is there anything stopping me from flying into a subspace emissary orb? Do I just die? I want to find out here. There's a whole bunch of them around. It's nice how nothing actually interferes with like areas that you need to be at. Are these just gonna be here for the rest of the game? They're gonna go away when I get to a certain point in the final mission. They seem pretty intricately tied to the ghosts. Oh, so you can go and fight ghosts near them. Interesting. Okay, you just start taking damage. Okay. But I assume I hit the world ceiling before I reach you. There is a world ceiling to this game. So I imagine I can't go up there. Maybe? It is really huge. Look, that took a little bit of the... Yeah, there's the world ceiling. That took a little bit of the playable area, you could argue. I assume that there's, like, no items over there or anything. I would presume. lots of orbs everywhere. Yeah, very, very subspace emissary. Looks like a big one behind the Oblivia floating island. Yeah, if only I could just fly up and say hi up there, but alas. Darn you, world ceiling. It's, again, like, after the past 10 years of Xenoblade Chronicles X, and that's it for the Planet of Mira, finally seeing, like, new content and different things happening, and there's all these orbs all over the planet now, and this here. It's, interesting, you know. After all this time, new things are happening to the planet. I'm hitting the button to cut power. Why is it not cutting power? It's worked before. Hit both the bumpers, and it's, like, not. There we go. That time it worked. Whee. Yeah, usually I just fast travel, but I'm just flying this time and taking in all the orbs around the world. Whee. Are my allies spinning too? I sort of see with the shadows. Imagine I could land on that. Alright, well, we made it. Frames. Oh, Moranium. I'll invest that at some point here. First, let's go do this.
Thanks very much. It's a real shame our friend didn't make it, but at least the mission's complete, right? Credit where it's due, you know.
Void. That goddamned rat.
Commander, we'll get him. We'll win his little game. We must.
Lynn.
Damn straight. These lives won't go to waste.
Not to rain on your parade here, but how are we doing with the Ares?
We're making good progress thanks to you, are we? We have some news, so would you mind stopping by the restricted hangar after this?
Sure thing, we'll be there.
It wasn't easy, but the mission was a success. Good job.
Okay, I guess we're stopping by the hangar to see more progress on the Ares. Before that, I'll do this really quickly. Invest some uranium somewhere. Hopefully I don't need any for anything else anytime soon, but I can't really think of it. Of any other purposes. I don't think I need to increase any augment slots. I don't think there's anything I need to craft. I may as well just go ahead and give you all my loot. There you go. Enjoy. Alright, well, down into the hangar here. Go check out what's going on with the Ares here. Progress updates. Maybe we can do some multiversal stuff without the cores, but I doubt it.
Hey there, how's it poppin'?
Terrible, right? How about you?
Better than you, meaning terrific.
That's great, isn't it?
Look at him. He's really found his footing here, hasn't he?
Once you really get to know him, most get on with him like a house on fire.
Hey, how's it poppin'?
Tatsu terrible, clearly. And how is friend Al?
Even worse than you, I bet.
But that's not the correct follow-up.
I like to mix it up, keep you on your toes.
Al cannot flip script.
Elma, this vegetable come with a volume knob?
Leave it. You had some news?
Well, I heard the Ares was recreated on your planet. But how much do you actually know about it?
You're correct about it being recreated. Here's the truth. We excavated an ultra-ancient frame and fitted it with auxiliary power and plating. It might be more precise to say we jury-rigged it to run.
So you've got nothing to say regarding the cores then, I take it?
If I did, don't you think I would have told you when I first got to Earth?
Yeah, you got me there.
Vexing, isn't it?
The Ares cores. I learned they're based on a device that existed eons ago.
A device?
A space-time bender. It moves things into different universes and all that. A meta doohickey. It's a common trope in the old movies, right?
Yeah, except real.
The energy that the Ares could deploy thanks to the cores was in a league of its own. According to simulations, you put the pedal to the metal, space bends like a straw.
I see.
If that's true, what chance do we have of beating Void?
There's things that I thought about saying, but I'll hold off for now.
Calm down, Rook. We're still okay.
Right. The fact is, he took the time to come and taunt us. It means he's still getting ready. Well, even supposing he's through the prep phase, he can't just rock it off.
What do you mean?
For all his rambling and raving, if the cores were enough, he could have left by now, brought the world into concord, or whatever his tagline was. But cores alone won't cut it. We figured it out while analyzing the Skell. When I was transported inside the rift along with the Ares, machine and mind got melded together. We became inseparable. I won't pretend to understand, but it wouldn't have been possible for a living human to hold onto their self there otherwise. So, without me and the Ares, the cores won't be able to deploy their full power.
Melded with the Ares. I think I get it. Not in the physical sense of being one thing, but like an engine running under the hood?
Damn, you're sharp, Lynn. But the analysis didn't stop there. Better hold on to your seats. While inside the rift, I saw where the rivers of consciousness converge. Something like the crossroads between universes. Even if we get the Ares and cores running, if we can't sync ourselves to that, we won't be going anywhere. Annoyingly.
Is it a question of timing, then?
Put simply, yes. And here's another nugget spun off from the Ares analysis of the rift. The streams of consciousness converging on that universal nexus. Structurally, they're extremely similar to the Lifehold core.
They're what?
Remember what we were talking about before? How Void projecting his mind into the Vita is a lot like the way humans survive inside MIMS. Even with the Lifehold trashed, your consciousness is still being stored somewhere. Not by technology, but by some much larger universal mechanism.
But that's crazy.
This universal mechanism. What is it?
Dunno. It's just that when I was there, I felt it. You guys. People's lives. It was strange, like I was enveloped by this constant something.
And the Ares can tap into that? This, gathering place of minds?
More like souls, even.
Call it what you like. If we make it out of this universe alive, you'll get to experience it yourselves. Anyhow, in order to pull off our great escape, we'll need those 6 cores. We'll need me, the Ares, and some miraculous timing. That's how we sync to the Nexus. Or die trying. In matter of fact, Void's no fool. He'll have cottoned on by now.
But if that's the case, why hasn't he attacked NLA yet?
If he did, he might end up killing Al. He won't want to risk destroying the Ares either. Still, once he gets his ducks in a row, I expect he probably will try something.
Okay, so what's our game plan? What do you think, Rook? You better knock this one out of the park.
I think that the whole two becoming one thing with him and the Skell is very Xenoblade 3. I think that I'm getting some major Conduit vibes with the whole, like, tapping into multiversal stuff. This power is coming from somewhere. It makes me wonder if there is any connection with that one sword of the Vita and, like, Monados and stuff, and it using Conduit-like power. Preemptive Strike.
5-star answer. I knew I saw something in you. Of me.